to scare and terrorize. It's the dawn of a brand new day. You scum can simply call us the one and only birds of prey.
Where the hell was this video last week when Birds of Prey was trending and when the trailer came out, when everybody and their mama and their grandmama was talking about it? I'd like to sit up here and come up with a bunch of excuses as for why I didn't do a video on this last week, but actually, as a man of integrity on this channel, I'm not in the excuses business. Okay, I totally was busy. I had to work. I had other videos. Joker came up. Had to do a video on that. I had to keep pushing this video, delaying it. And as a result, I didn't get a chance to do this video last week when everybody else was talking about it. And I know that YouTube algorithm is probably going to push this video down to the bottom of the scrap pile and barely anybody's going to watch this video, but luckily for you guys, I don't do what I do for views. I do it because I love doing it. So I'm here to talk about Birds of Prey because I'm a big Birds of Prey fan. I wanted to talk about the movie in general and some concerns and thoughts, both positive and negative, that I have about the movie coming out in a few months. If nothing else, I am a ginormous Black Canary stan. Like, for anybody that does not know this about me at this point, I am one of the biggest Black Canary fans ever in the history of man. There's been a lot of upheaval and a lot of unrest, a lot of discord, and a lot of arguing about this trailer and about these characters over the last week or so. I would say the reception is mixed to negative. Definitely more than a few people out there who were positive toward this trailer and really liked the way they did things, and then there are a lot of other people out there that trashed this trailer, that flamed the movie, that basically said, nah, this movie's gonna suck. I was prepared to basically come on camera and flame this trailer because I did not like this trailer when I first saw it. When I first saw it, I was very underwhelmed, I was very upset. I was pretty much like the rest of the comic book fandom. I was about to grab a pitchfork and grab a torch and just come on camera, and I was just going to be holding a torch and a pitchfork in either hand, and I was just going to talk about this trailer and I was going to shit all over it. But then, you know what? Cooler heads prevail. Sometimes when you're upset, you just have to woosah, motherfucker. Kind of like Martin Lawrence off of Bad Boys 2. You have to woosah, calm down, and approach the situation from another perspective. I went back and I rewatched the trailer a few times. And you know what? After having seen it a few times, it's complete shit. I'm kidding. That's just a joke. I don't think it's complete shit. In fact, actually, I kind of sort of like the trailer now. First, let's talk about the actual trailer. I love the visual style of the trailer, the cinematography. A lot of people thought that this movie, having a lower budget, that it was going to look cheap. It actually does not look cheap. There's a real vibrancy and a stylistic quality to the way that this film looks like it's going to be shot. A lot of it evokes imagery that you've seen from Suicide Squad. In fact, this movie feels like it could be the dark comedy sister version of Suicide Squad. Like, this movie feels like it's definitely a companion piece to that movie. Not only visually does the trailer look good, let's single out the thing that everyone was talking about after the trailer because it's the main thing that's in the trailer. Margot Robbie is Harley Quinn. Yeah, she's awesome. Margot Robbie is a really talented actress. I thought she was a great Harley Quinn in the first Suicide Squad movie, and she looks like she's going to be even better in this movie. She has a voiceover for most of the trailer, so most of the trailer is inside her head and from her perspective. For the most part, she looks like she's kicking ass, she's having fun, she has a lot of really great lines, a lot of really great moments. I love the fact that she's actually going to get introduced to her hyenas in this movie, Bud and Lou. I don't know who Bud and Lou are. I mean, they're her two pets, they're her two hyena pets from the animated series and from the comics. That's Harley Quinn likes hyenas. As far as my baby Black Canary, there's some good things to like about it. One thing, she's got the blonde hair, she's got the fishnets, got the singing background. You see her singing in the trailer in Sionis's club. You listen to a recent interview by Journey, and she's basically like, well, okay, she's gonna be the Dinah Lance from the comics. She's a street fighter, she's got a lot of heart. When you first catch up to her in this movie, this is kind of an origin for her. She doesn't really know how to use her powers yet, and she's just she's jaded, and she's kind of hiding herself from the world. So in that sense, one thing this trailer definitely establishes through Harley's voiceover is that it's also an emancipation for the other woman characters in the movie, not just for Harley Quinn. I love the little tease that she had where she's singing in the club and you see the shot in the background where there's the martini glass and it's shaking and it's like, oh, okay, that's an allusion to the Canary Cry. I can't wait to see it. Huntress, she goes up to some dudes at the table. She just starts wiping them out with a gun or something. Main shots you see of Huntress in this video are just her with like a motorcycle helmet on, and she's got a dark suit on, and she does have the crossbow, like you do see it at one point. Obviously, Ewan McGregor looks like he's having the time of his life as Black Mask. He looks eccentric, he looks loud, he's out of control, basically the way that Sionis should be in a universe like this. There's some imagery related to Black Mask if you pay attention to the trailer. One shot where it looks like Harley her hair is different and the spotlight is shining down on her and she's doing that Marilyn Monroe dance or whatever, and there are a whole bunch of dancers around her. If you look closely, the dancers have Black Mask on. One scene where Sionis looks like he's losing his shit, he's up against the wall, he's going crazy, and if you look behind him, you can see Black Mask. Most of the complaints that I've seen about this movie have to do with the way the character characters look, the way that they're being portrayed on screen, and the overall vibe of the trailer of it being a Harley Quinn movie and not a Birds of Prey movie. And guys, I'm totally with you. I totally understand those complaints. I had a lot of those complaints, and again, I had to woo-saw and give another perspective to it. This is just my perspective. You could take it or leave it, and obviously it doesn't invalidate any of your concerns with the trailer. If you're concerned with the trailer, then that's your business, because a trailer's supposed to get you excited for the movie. If this trailer did not do that for you, guess what? The trailer failed. It doesn't really matter what I say. One thing we have to keep in mind is that Margot Robbie is finally using her power to flex and make decisions. She's becoming the LeBron James of the DCEU. She's gonna be a beacon of hope. She's going to encourage all of these other women in the DCEU to get powerful and to start using that power to shape things the way that they want to shape them. Keep in mind that this actually originally was not supposed to be a Birds of Prey movie. It was supposed to be a Harley Quinn solo spin-off movie. Margot that went to Warner Brothers and was like, no, we're gonna turn this into a woman movie, an all-woman movie. We're gonna introduce the Birds of Prey. They let her pick from several scripts, and she was like, I want the one with the Birds of Prey. She looked at this as an opportunity to branch out and give other women, other heroes, other characters in DC lore an opportunity to get to the big screen and show what they can do. A lot of people slamming Margot, and they're like, she has such an ego and she makes it all about her. Again, keep in mind, this movie was originally supposed to be all about her. It's not anymore. It's about the Birds of Prey, and I'm pretty sure that this was just the first off trailer. This is probably just that trailer that's supposed to get the general audience excited, because other than Ewan McGregor and Margot Robbie, some of the other actors and actresses in this movie are kind of unknown. So it makes sense to hit you right out the gate with a lot of Harley Quinn, because Harley Quinn is one of DC's most popular characters, and Margot Robbie is a really great actress that a lot of people like. Guess is that as the promotion continues to go forward, we're going to see more of the other characters, because again, if you watch this trailer, it's unmistakable that it does feel like Harley and Friends. And guys, I would just say slow down as far as like, these aren't my characters, these aren't the way they're supposed to be, I hate the way they look. Did we not learn any kind of patience from some of the other comic book films in the past? You look at it like this is an origin film for a lot of these characters, then a lot of these characters are not going to be the characters that they're supposed to be in the trailer or in the beginning of the movie. Maybe by the end of the movie, or maybe by the sequels, they'll be more along those lines. If you're complaining about the look and the design of some of these outfits, well, I totally get that, and obviously no one's going to change your mind on that. Right off the bat, if this is an origin story, these characters are not going to have their comic accurate costumes right out of the gate. They're going to build up to that. That's what I'm assuming the movie is doing. It's totally fair to not like the design, but like vilifying the movie and acting like the movie is getting the characters wrong. We haven't seen the movie. I feel like I have to remind people we have not yet seen the movie. For all we know, again, it's an origin story that is building these characters up so that they can get their own films, their own spin-offs, their own sequels, and then maybe along the line, it'll transition to them being more comic accurate. It's easy to just jump right out the gate and be like, well, I don't like the way it looks, and I hate it, and it's going to be terrible, and they're portraying these characters in a way that I don't like. But sometimes you got to see the big picture. Maybe there is a bigger picture to this that we just can't see yet because the movie hasn't come out yet. One thing that did make me uncomfortable in the trailer is the idea of Cassandra Cain. She's hiding behind Margot in one scene where Margot's like, who are you guys? And then they start shooting at them. Cassandra Cain is one of the most badass hand-to-hand fighters in DC lore. Like, look it up. This chick could go toe-to-toe with Batman. So I don't want her to be like the scared kid. I don't want her to be basically the Deadpool 2 character. I can't remember the kid's name, but the annoying character that was just kind of along for the ride in Deadpool 2. Kind of a cliche, we have to protect the kid storyline. I'm hoping that's not the case here. I'm hoping that Cassie has more to do. I'm hoping that she's not going to be hiding behind Margot and the other characters for the rest of the movie. I'm hoping that there's a reason why she's speaking, because I think she spoke in the trailer. Usually Cassie's mute, so I don't know what that's about, but again, we'll see how it goes. We haven't seen the movie, so we don't know for sure that it's just going to be a Margot Robbie movie that happens to have the Birds of Prey characters in it. But I'm hoping that this was just the marketing they hit you with right out of the gate to get the general audience excited in it. In the meantime, I gotta give a shout out to Margot Robbie, because she's the one that's giving these women and giving these characters an opportunity. She's the one that's using her powers to flex on DC and be like, hey, we're gonna start making movies that I want to make, and I want an all-woman superhero team-up movie. Definitely the trailer could have been a little bit better in some spots, but overall, I'm not gonna kill it because I think that there's a bigger plan in play. So guys, in the comment section, yell at me, tell me I'm wrong, tell me I'm stupid, tell me you hated it, and tell me why you hated it so that I can be like, yep, I totally get that. Please like and subscribe to the Superfan Show. Stay tuned for more videos, and if you like what you see, tell me how you feel, and stay tuned to hear more from the Man of Steel. Peace.